not actually been easy. Coming from a very average family that I came from, um, my dad works as a security man, and my mom, she's a trader. I mean, she works. So now growing up has not actually, it took me 5 years to even come to university. So even after the 5 years, I was still struggling, and then at the end of the day, I have to think that yes, as a firstborn, I have to come to school if I want to make a difference to my siblings. So now coming to school and then coming with the hike of school fees, it's really not has been easy. It's really not has been. Let's not even talk about school fees. Let's talk about the economy as a whole. Like you want to buy food, house rent, hostel rent, NEPA bills, water bills, so many bills I can't even start talking about. It's not have been easy at all.
I cannot lie, it has not been easy. I'm a fresher, 100 level. So my dream was to come to university, as you're looking at me, you think I'm smart and all that. Before I came to university, I know the struggles of my parents, I know my own personal struggles. So now, because when I was coming, my own our plan was the school fees is at this fixed price, that okay, this is the price. Now coming to university, and I just heard that 100% increase in school fees. I call it 100% because it went over than what we are expecting. Apart from school fees, we are going to pay for some other expenses. We are going to pay for workshop, that's 15,005. So many other expenses that are so unbearable. Before paying for school fees, we already paid a minimum amount of like 300,000 naira without paying for school fees and some other things. So the hike is really, I don't know what the president, every educational board, what they are doing, but they are sleeping. Wallahi, they are sleeping. They need to make so many improvements in this educational line because it's the future we are talking about. The loan, I don't see anything tangible about the loan. I really don't, because I don't see you as a student having too many burdens apart from your academic schemes and all that.
Well, you can say it has not been easy for every layman, but for me, as you said, if I tell you it's easy, it's a lie from the bottom of my mind. For a man coming from a ordinary, a privileged home, we've been struggling, even as a just newly graduated student from Lagos State University, as a firstborn of your family, you want to live to the expectation. So, in nutshell, it has not been easy. You have to go out, to go and hustle, to do labor for some people. We can't go out to be saying, okay, you want to steal or you want to do or what your mate are doing outside there. So it has not been easy. We've been struggling from one hand to another hand.
Actually, as a student, as a fresh graduate of Lagos State University, the economy has not been quite easy for me, but I've been trying to survive because I know the important and benefit of me having my BSc certificate in the labor market. I've tried to make double my hustle, the time which is meant for me to use to read. I'm using it to do my hustle because I'm a data analyst. So I'm going to be on my system for almost like 5 hours, 6 hours, trying to double my hustle so I can see gig, so I can use to sponsor my education. Also, I've always been a victim of paying late. Why? Because Lagos State University has a way of what a fine for those who pay late, and mostly fall in the category because what I do pay late sometimes. For example, if you are to pay your school fees late, you are going to pay some of 5,000 naira. So if you are trying to pay late, you are going to what? You are going to face the penalty of 5,000 naira. It has not been easy for people on campus. Sometimes you see BC flying around. People are trying to people are trying to request for help. So what we need to do as a fellow student, we are going to share the BTs to philanthropists that we know, to our friends who have graduated, so that they can also what they can also earn the reward of what of coming to Lagos State University, which is what that BSc certificate.
Over time, we have been trying to survive, but looking at the situation on ground, we are not like we can't survive this. We are like we're getting to the stage that we almost feel like should we commit suicide or should we just drop out? It's not easy. It's not easy for us to manage. Over time now, like they just make some increment in the school fees, though it's not affecting me directly. But I have junior ones that are my parents to form to school. So indirectly it's affecting me as a person. And looking at the economy, it's affecting me directly. Because me as a person, I'm from a family that we have low income. So me as a person, I used to work myself to go and to get some money. So when I resumed school, I used to work every Saturday, Sunday to at least fund myself for the week. But currently, I'll be missing classes. I couldn't go to school promptly, like Monday to Friday anymore. Either I go Monday to Wednesday, the remaining days I need to work. Even what I will work within 4 days, it's not up, like it's not okay for me to feed myself for the rest of the week. But we are trying to just cope, and we are hoping to see the changes. Because I would like to use this medium to remind our government that like funding the human capital is the best thing we can do in this country to survive. We need to look into into the educational sector and fund it very well. And this corruption of a thing is not like when we have a conversation with other people, like let's talk about this economic situation. What are the solutions we can implement to find solutions to it? But over time, we will find out that corruption will always find a way to bring it down. So the level of corruption in this country is too high that all the policy, as an economic student, we have been taught different theories, different policies, but they're not working based on this corruption of a thing. So I would like to engage our government, our heads, our leaders to please to manage this country for us.
Though we are hopeful that in no time all of these things go to stop. But the bitter truth is that our lecturers or probably our government are not helping the situations by unnecessarily increasing fees, especially the school fees and other fees that are not met to be increased. For instance, in my faculty, we were asked to pay 5,000 naira for teaching practice levy, which this is actually the first time we were asked to pay such amount, laying their excuses that they need to give lecturer reference lecturer. And with my analysis, this is just a way to extort the poor student. Because by my analysis, the total number of education students we have in Faculty of Education in Lagos University is nothing less than 3,483 students. So if you should multiply 5,000 times this number, you are going to get nothing less than 70 million, of which in my own analysis, the total number of we have in Faculty of Education lecturers are not, there could not be more than 200 or 250 at most. Mean that even by that standard, each lecturer should get nothing less than 100,000 naira. And I'm going to tell you this for fun or even for fact that lecturers are likely not able to get 30,000 naira added to their salary because of that. That is one. Second thing is that you need to ask another question. This teaching practice process or exercise is part of the curriculum. I then tell you that is it the school that ought to sponsor the curriculum or the student? And the question is this. The answer is that it is meant for the school to sponsor the curriculum and not the student. But reverse is the case in our dear institution. So, and there are a lot of policies like the new admitted students were asked to pay for lakaka. Lakaka 10,000. They are asked to pay for lakaka fees. They are asked to pay for compendiums. Compendium 10,000 naira. Something that automatically once you pay your school fees, you should be given. And as well, school fees was also increased from 58,000 to 90,000 naira for the newly admitted student. Another thing last week in Zone that make it to seem as a capitalist school is that they introduced what is called Stream 1 and Stream 2. Ordinarily, it is said that Stream 1 will cater for people that are not that do not have interest in entrepreneurship, while Stream 2 for entrepreneurship program. But on a logo, we see that this is just a way to extort students. A student that is actually learning about bird making now could not even miss a flower. Student that is learning about tailoring could not even measure someone. We know thousands of students like this. So I mean that even this case of entrepreneurship program is also a scam, and a lot of policy like that. So it has been difficult for students. In fact, I could tell you this for fun. When school fees was 25,000 naira, it was still difficult for students to pay. Now the talk of it is 90,000 naira. In fact, my current school fees, it is 58,000 naira plus other charges approximately 60,000 naira. I have to pay 50% of it. No, not to talk of. I have to pay 70% of it for me to be able to register my course, and others. So meaning that for people that are asked to pay 90,000 naira, what will they do? And it is said that for any country that wants to go, education should be taken with high priority. But unfortunately, probably they want to establish another school where they will take those students to, because to us, we need a school that is affordable. In fact, even not even affordable, that is free. Because education is meant to be free and not education should not be seen as a commercialized market. It is education and it is our right. Unfortunately, there is a provision in the constitution that education should be free, but the constitution is also biased by not laying a penalty for not giving education as free.